All right, mister, what do you think you're doing?
I use public toilets and I piss on the seat. I walk around in the summertime saying, how about this heat?
What kind of a man are you?
And I'm an asshole, yo, 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 yo. I'm an asshole, yo, somebody, yo, somebody, yo.
All right. You are listening to the MMO Radio Podcast Show, and that stands for the Movie Markout. And I'm Popcorn Pete, along with my partner in crime,
Vinnie the Vault.
Vinnie the Vault, and tonight we are going to be marking out to an interesting topic, Vinnie. Tonight we are going to be marking out to actors or actresses who, in some way, shape, or form, have portrayed an incredible role, but they were just a total asshole.
Okay, I agree.
Okay, so we got a big list. So I'll let you go first.
Okay, well, my first one.
Because you have a huge history of knowing assholes. So
Well, I can't say that it's only my history. I mean, our combined history, we know some pretty good ones.
well,
None of them are ever going to be famous.
No, probably
So-
not. Probably not.
So-
But yeah, we both know assholes, and you're sitting next to one right now. But go ahead. What's your first pick for
Okay.
for an asshole?
My first one on the list is Quint from Jaws, played by Robert Shaw.
Totally agree. Totally
Yes.
agree. And now, why do you think Quint was such a dick?
Well, well, obviously it was the character that they needed him to play, but I think Shaw brought a lot to that character. He was a dick in the book, no doubt about it. But I think Shaw brought a little bit more to him than just what's on the printed page.
Right. And he also, I mean, towards his other cast members, I mean, I heard behind the scenes crap that happened, but he just portrayed himself as such a total prick.
Well, he wanted to stay in that mindset of the character, not so much the character itself,
Right.
but he wanted to stay in that mindset because I can't even imagine turning that off
Right.
after you've done a scene and you're not filming for the rest of the day, but you're going to be there early the next morning. I can't imagine turning that off and then being nice
Right.
for the rest of the day into the evening and then coming back in and turning that back on. I don't think it works like that.
But I mean, he was just a total douchebag to Hooper and Brody. I
Yes.
mean, great characters in the movie, but
Yeah.
I mean, he was just a total, all-around asshole.
No, I agree. And I also believe that he's not the only one in that film that's an asshole. I mean, across the board, there's the mayor, there's the city council.
Oh, yeah.
There's all kinds of people laced out throughout the entire story that are assholes.
Right.
But I think above all, he's the top of the heap in that movie.
So basically, the bottom line is don't go to Amityville because there's a bunch of assholes there.
Yes, and in fact, considering that the amity means friendship, as the mayor told us.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I think that was a wrong comment.
Yes,
but
I don't believe amity means friendship. I think it means dinner bell
yeah,
for the local indigenous population, which are sharks.
or asshole-ish.
Yeah, assholes. Yes. Okay.
But anyway.
Okay, your turn.
Okay. Well, my first pick has to go out to Tom Cruise.
Which
In-
film? I'm just asking because
No,
I mean, there's a lot of films out there that he plays assholes. I just out of them, which is your top of the list?
Well, I mean, Tom is a great asshole, but my top pick.
I thought you were going to say actor,
Well,
but you don't want to lie to the people.
no, that's what I meant. I meant actor. But my top pick for Tom Cruise was when he played Charlie Babbitt in Rain Man.
Oh, Rain Man. Okay, yes. Okay.
Because, he's this egotistical prick, treats his girlfriend like shit, treats his employees like shit, comes to find out he's got a brother that ran into some money, and he wants his share of the money.
Of course. Oddball brothers like that?
Pretty much so.
Yeah,
So, but I mean, just the way that he treated Dustin Hoffman and his girlfriend in that movie, it just an incredible prick. I mean, like, there was one scene, and what's his face? Dustin Hoffman. He was autistic,
Yes.
and he really didn't understand what was going on a lot of the times, and he's basically having sex with his girlfriend, and Rain Man happens to walk into the room, and then he's like, "What are you doing here? Get out!" And he's yelling at him, and his girlfriend's trying to calm him down and say, "Hey, you can't be doing that stuff." And then he was like, they get into a big fight. His girlfriend's about to leave, and then she's sitting there saying, "You're using me. You're using Rain Man." And he was like, "Wait a second." He goes, "Raymond, am I using you? Am I using you, Rain Man?" He goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "Shut up. You were answering a question from a half an hour ago." Now, I mean, if you have an autistic brother, you don't treat him like that.
If you have an autistic relative, you don't treat them like that.
No, and if you have a beautiful girlfriend, you don't treat them like that.
Well, that's questionable, but
Unless they treat you like an asshole.
yes, there you go. If it's
All right.
a mutual thing, then you just go with it.
Okay. So Tom Cruise, Rain Man, total prick.
Okay. All right. My next one is actually from television. Is Danny DeVito as Louis De Palma in Taxi?
Oh my God.
Yes.
What a douchebag.
I can't think of any other character on TV that reaches that level of being an asshole. I mean, there's all kinds of shows with all kinds of levels of asshole characters, and every show actually needs one to drive that story along.
Right.
But I think he is going to go down as the top of that category
For TV.
for TV. Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
But and he's done tons of things.
Oh yeah.
And I don't think anything is going to match up to what he did on Taxi. I really don't.
Absolutely. I mean, he played a prick to everybody. Everybody, I'm not saying on the cast, but everybody that was his employees.
Mm-hmm.
That he was just a total douche. I mean, did he ever have a nice moment on that show?
I think I think later on, when they were getting towards the end of the series,
He had some nice moments.
They started bleeding that in to give him some respectability.
Okay.
So but that wasn't until I don't know exactly how long they were on, probably 8 seasons or close to it.
So it was towards the end of the
towards the end of the series.
towards
yeah.
the end of the series, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my next pick is Sean Penn, and you're probably going to say, "Well, which movie?"
Well, yeah. Which movie?
Sergeant Meserve in Casualties of War.
Casualties of War. Okay. Yep.
He was a total prick in that one. I mean, especially to poor Michael J. Fox. Poor Michael J. Fox.
Who at that time was still trying to shed the good boy image that he had from Family Ties.
Right.
And
Back to the Future. Exactly. But I mean, I don't know if it was a weird pairing. I think it worked out.
Oh yeah, I agree. I think that movie was one of the better films.
Right. I mean, great war movie. But I mean, just the way. I mean, but here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
He portrayed himself in the beginning, to care about his platoon.
Right.
And then when his good friend Brownie gets shot, then all of a sudden he kind of snapped a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go and they kidnap a girl and everything and do all the things that they did to her and everything, and Michael J. Fox didn't want to have any part of it.
Right.
And he's like, "What's the matter with you, huh? You ain't got a set?"
Well, he was trying. Again at that point he was trying to be the tough guy.
Right. But I mean, he even influenced other members of the platoon who didn't want to do it. And
Right.
they ended up doing it.
Right.
Michael J. Fox is the only one who didn't do it.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, all that was peer pressure.
Exactly.
Somebody being bullied into doing something that they didn't want to do.
And, I guarantee it, everybody out there that's listening can say that at some point, at another, somebody has tried to peer pressure them into doing something that they didn't want to do.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Okay. My next one is Tom Hiddleston as Loki in the Avengers films and Thor.
Ugh.
Come on.
A douchebag.
No, come on. With all the things that he did, flipping back and forth from being a good guy to a bad guy and all that stuff, it was already at the stage of being a major league asshole anyways. But when you go to Thor's last one, Ragnarok, when you go to that film and you find out that Loki had killed the father and had been disguising himself off as the father for years, that just took it to another level.
That's a total douche.
Yeah. But then at the end of the movie, he turns into a good guy and helps out. It's like, come on. Don't you people learn? Don't you people learn?
He must have been watching too much pro wrestling. Good guy, bad guy, good bad guy.
Hey, last time I was a bad guy, how much longer do I have to be a good guy now? I'd like to go back to being a bad guy.
Right. But I mean, yeah, I totally agree with you.
And it's not like he did it just for one film. He carried that persona through 4 Avengers films or 3 Avengers films?
Yeah.
4 Avengers films, basically. And then 3 Thor films.
But it just gets to the point you're like, I can't trust you.
Yes. And why doesn't anybody else feel the same way?
You know why? Because you're an asshole, which is the topic of tonight's show. All right. My next pick. And I know you're going to agree with me on this.
Oh, you're sure, huh?
Oh, I'm pretty damn sure. John Travolta.
Okay.
Tony Marrero. Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah, okay. I can see that. I mean, considering that, I mean, yes and no that he was an asshole. I think he was an asshole for treating the girls the way that he was treating them.
Right, and calling them the C word.
Yep. No problem. No, not that I have a problem with that. I do have a problem with that. I'm saying I see where you're coming from.
Right.
But what I mean is that he's another one of those characters where you like him, you don't like him, you like him, you don't like him, and you by the end of the film, he had himself beat the shit out of. He loses the dance contest, doesn't get the girl he wants, and he's just walking the sidewalk like he did at the beginning of the film.
And then he goes off and makes a horrible sequel.
Yeah, well, there you go.
But I mean, yeah, I totally agree. I mean, but he was just such a douchebag in that, and, but you liked him.
Yeah.
You liked him. You wanted to like him.
Well, that's the whole point of a good asshole, is that you want to like him.
Right.
He's the main character, so you should be liking him because you want something good to happen at the end.
Right. You want a happy ending at the end of the movie.
Right.
And I don't know. He just didn't pull it off.
No, and I think a part of the problem with
He
that,
pulled off the asshole.
Yeah, but I think a part of the problem with that film was that there was the story itself was jumping around too much.
Right.
I mean, most people remember that film as being the big dance film with all the disco music, and it really wasn't. That was part of the story, which was bigger.
Well, and basically that movie came out at the wrong time. This is right at the end of the disco phase.
Yes, that's right.
Right at the end of it.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, terrific prick. So.
Well, that's your opinion, not mine.
I wouldn't know, but
yeah. All right.
Anyway.
Okay, my next one is the character is the Joker, and I say,
okay,
any film, any story, any actor, they all played the same kind of asshole.
I agree.
Yep.
I agree. But who do you think, out of all the characters who have played the Joker, was the biggest asshole?
The biggest asshole?
The biggest asshole.
I'd have to honestly say Nicholson.
He was a douche.
Yeah, he was. I think he played the best. Out of all of them, the one that I like the most is the animated version where Mark Hamill does the voice.
Oh, he does a great job of that.
I think he does a great Joker. I think he brings something to that voice that none of the other actors were able to bring to the character.
Right.
After that, it would have to be Heath Ledger.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, but his character was more psychotic.
Yes.
But he did do a lot of asshole-ish things.
Right. I think the more true to the form would be the Nicholson character.
As far as the comic book?
As far as the comic book.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that is the source material.
Right.
You'd have to take that into consideration. So that, and in that way, you'd have to also agree that, well, you don't have to agree, but you'd have to go with the point that
I don't have to agree.
Cesar Romero's version was the same reflection of the 1960s Joker.
Right.
It was. So, therefore, at that time, he was the perfect representation of what that character was supposed to be.
But what cracks me up about the Cesar Romero Joker is that, like, he put the makeup on, he refused to shave his mustache.
Right, which makes him an asshole in life. Outside of the character.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's like, you know, can't you just shave it off for the show and, you know, it'll grow back next week? And no, can't do it. So, all right, fuck him.
I think he's dead, but I mean, if that's what you're into.
No, I'm not into that. Let's see.
Next one, you.
Jeff Bridges, the Fisher King.
Okay. You really think he was an asshole in that?
I kind of do, and here's the reason why.
All right.
Like, he was so egotistical,
Okay.
and, you know, he just wanted to get so far ahead in life that he didn't care what happened, and he's doing a radio show like we're doing now.
Right, yeah.
And then he made a comment to, you know, a fan that, you know, was feeling depressed and whatnot, and that fan went out and basically killed a bunch of people.
Right.
And there was consequences because he lost his job,
Mm-hmm.
and then he met up with somebody who had been killed
Right.
by this killer.
Okay.
So then, you know, he's trying to be a good guy.
Right.
He's trying to make up for this person's loss of what he had caused him.
Okay.
But in the same aspect, he's still treating this guy like an asshole, treating his girlfriend like an asshole, and still trying to get ahead of himself, or get, you know, himself ahead in life.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what happens to these other people. I just want to get ahead, and the hell with you.
Right.
To me, that's an asshole.
Okay.
And I've met up with a few of them in my life. So,
Which we've already established.
yeah, well, I'm saying it again
Okay.
to all you assholes out there listening.
I just think that I don't see. I see him as an asshole, but
You see the goodness in him.
Yeah, but I don't see the draw that is what his whole character is. Because I
Okay.
mean, you got to admit that a lot of these characters are not assholes all the time.
Right.
But I think the ones that are more nice than being an asshole, and they're nice more times than not. I think those don't fall into the. To me, they don't fall into the category. But
No, I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand that. I get that. But I mean, like you said, you know, it was kind of back and forth, back and forth, back and
Yeah.
forth. You like them, then you're like, oh, you're being a prick now. You like them, oh, you're a douche. You like them, you're a cock.
right,
And then, you know, at the end of the movie, you love the guy.
yeah,
But
Right, yeah.
but I think for the majority of the film, he was a dick. That's just my opinion, and
okay,
it is what it is.
right,
So, you're up.
okay. My next one is Miranda Priestley, who was played by Meryl Streep in The Devil Wears Prada. I don't think you can get any bitchier, any more of an asshole than that character there. And Meryl Streep playing that character is a little bit more of a stretch, because I mean, I've
Right.
seen all kinds of interviews with her, and she seems to be the most lovely person.
Oh, sweetheart.
And she go out of her way to do anything to make these characters believable, which she does here.
Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're not just picking out men, we're also picking out the women, the actresses who have been, well, you can call them assholes, you can call them bitches, you can call them whatever you want, but continue, my friend.
I just think she brings across that persona of a woman trying to become the top of her field, which she is in the movie.
Right.
and she basically used this attitude all the way up the ladder. But now that she's there, she doesn't know how to turn it off.
Right.
So she's continuing on with that persona. I don't know if this is a good thing in the eyes for women or a bad thing. I mean, I understand that women use this attitude to say that they have to do this to get around men or against men, so they can go up the corporate ladder.
Yeah, get ahead of men.
Right. Yeah, but I think what happens in the movie happens a lot in life, where they use this attitude to get where they want to be, but then once they're there, they don't know how to turn it off.
Right.
And then once they're there, obviously once you're there, if you're completely in control, you don't have to worry about things. But if you still have other people that you're trying to impress, yeah, maybe you're going to have to keep that on. But I can't even imagine what that would be like to get as far as they want to get and then not being able to change.
Right.
Considering they changed one time to get there, but now if they want to go back to the way they were, they can't. Because
Right.
most of the time they don't know how to.
Well, that's society for you. Filled with a bunch of assholes.
Yeah.
And like a lot of times, if you get to the top, you forget where you came from.
That's right.
And that makes you an asshole.
True.
In a lot of cases.
Yes, in a lot of cases.
But like a lot of times, people will get to the top and they remember where they came from.
Oh yeah.
And then, they're not as harsh as,
True,
assholeish.
True. Some people are they don't take into consideration the idea of be careful who you're stepping on when you're going up the ladder, because you're going to see them on the way down.
Right, exactly.
Because they figure they're never going to be coming down.
Right.
So what's the sense?
And there's that old saying, karma's a bitch.
Oh yes.
So watch what you say, watch what you do, watch how you act. And what's that other saying? Treat people the way you want to be treated.
Yes.
So much truth to that.
Oh yes. Very much so.
Okay, I take it it's my turn.
Your turn.
All right, one of my all-time favorite movies. Burgess Meredith in Rocky, playing the role of Mickey Goldmill.
All right. What do you have wrong with Mickey?
What do I have wrong with Mickey?
Yeah.
Let me give you an example. Hey, yo, Mick, shut up! Just the way he treated Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously he liked him,
Right.
but he didn't.
But was that he didn't like him, or that he was pushing him?
Well, it might,
Because there was even when.
but he was being a dick.
But he had to push Rocky to the point of realizing what was wrong. What he was doing was wrong.
No, and I understand that. I understand that.
So, but hold on a second. But is that being an asshole, or is that just being a good friend?
Calling him a wop, I wouldn't call that being a friend.
You take the good with the bad.
He's like, oh, you dumb dago. And I was like, what the hell? And then,
But this was the 70s. You could get away with saying stuff like that.
I get that. But once Rocky got his title opportunity,
Yeah.
got his shot, then all of a sudden Mickey came around.
Right.
And then he was like, oh, yeah, kid, what you need is a trainer. And Rocky's like, hey, yo, Mick, you didn't care about me then. You didn't care. And then Mickey felt all bad and everything. And you know what? That's one of those asshole characters that, you love for one moment, you hate the next moment, and then he turns into a prick again. Like when they're training. I mean, I don't know if he was a bigger prick in Rocky 1 or Rocky 2. Because in Rocky 2, he's like, oh, you want to blow this thing? Go ahead.
But the thing is that he again in Rocky 2, he had to push him. He was going to throw everything away.
Yeah. But don't you think he was being a douche in the meantime?
But this was how he was. To push. I'm going to show you the wrong in everything you're doing.
All right. Well, that's just my opinion. And
I know it's your opinion, and like we say, everybody's got an opinion.
everyone's like an asshole.
Hey, but like we've said, you've got your opinion, I've got my opinion,
Right.
And when we're talking here, you say what you want to say, I point out how you're wrong, and then we just go with my opinion.
Oh, so you're always right and I'm always wrong.
Well, thank God that you said it and agreed with me. Jeez,
I didn't agree with
No,
you.
you had to have.
I didn't agree with you. I was just.
Was that scripted, or did that just come off the top of your head?
I was repeating what you were saying. Speaking of assholes, okay, go up. Next.
My turn.
Yeah, your turn.
Okay. All right. Now here's an easy one.
Okie
An
dokie.
easy asshole. Okay. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, played by Gene Wilder.
Lovable character,
Hmm.
but a creepy asshole.
But was he Okay, I consider him an asshole, considering the way he right up to the very end. Right up to the very end.
Absolutely.
But you just pointed out that he was creepy. But was he creepy or was he an asshole? I know you can be both,
He was both.
but
See, because you got an opinion, I get an opinion. And
yes, but you've got to convince me that you're right.
I'm not trying to convince you that I'm right. I'm just saying he was a fucking creep. And he was an asshole. Look at the way he treated the kids.
Oh no, exactly. And each one of them, in a real world,
Deserved
would have
it.
No, in a real world would have died.
Right.
In each one of the cases. I'm surprised they didn't get poisoned when they were licking the wallpaper.
But the thing is, like, in that Willy Wonka, and I'm not talking about Tim Burton's remake
No.
of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Right.
I'm talking about, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Right. Yeah.
You never know what happens to the kids. At the end of Tim
Right,
Burton's movie, you see that the kids all come out, they're alive.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's because you can't kill off the kids nowadays.
Well, not anymore, but
Well, you couldn't then when Tim Burton did that movie. That's why the kids all walked out at the end.
but you didn't know in the other movie if they've died or not.
Right. And that's the way it should have left.
Well, yeah, but people would have bitched about it.
That's right.
All the assholes.
That's right. People would have bitched about it, and then again, because it's not politically correct to kill off the kids.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, okay. The movie It just came out, and there was a kid killed off first 5 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
Did anybody complain about that?
Yeah, but they did that on TV when it was there.
Yeah, well, that's then, this is now, and the same shit, but I mean, come on.
Yeah, but come on, let's get back on the list.
Okay, all right. Where the hell was I? Okay. Lee Emery,
Okay.
Full Metal Jacket,
Okay.
Sergeant Hartman. You can't tell me he wasn't a prick.
Well, he was, but that's exactly what he was when he was in the Marines.
Right.
So he was basically just doing what he had done before.
But I mean, just the character was like such a hardcore asshole. It's like you hated him.
In every movie that he did, that whether he was a Marine or he was in the Army or whatever, he always played the same character.
Yeah, but I mean, he played it so well.
Yeah.
I mean, in the way he treated poor Gomer Pyle, making him suck his thumb,
Yeah.
walk around with his pants down, eat donuts while everybody else does push-ups.
That's right.
That was just cruel.
Mm-hmm.
That was cruel, and that was douchebaggish. And is that a word? That is now. But anyway, it was just so asshole-ish
Yeah.
for him to do that.
Yeah. But that from what I've read, that's exactly how they were.
Oh yeah,
The drill sergeants were back then. That's
Yeah.
how they were. That's how they treated recruits.
right.
So it's
I mean,
it's in that case, it's life.
but I mean, it's life, and he's portraying a character.
Mm-hmm.
But you're watching on the screen, and unless you've been in the Marines or been in the Army or
Yeah.
been wherever, you're not really going to understand that. And then when you see that, you're like, wow. And you couldn't wait to see this guy, something bad happen
Yeah,
to him.
true.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think he was a dick.
Oh yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you. I just
For a change.
For a change. Okay. All right. If we're gonna do that, okay. All right. Now, I have one here that's back to TV.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. John Delancey, who played Q on Star Trek Next Generation.
Alrighty.
Okay. The character itself was a total dick.
Right.
Okay. And that's the way it was supposed to be. Character that was supposed to be omnipotent and
Total asshole.
Total asshole and did whatever he wanted to do. Okay.
Yeah.
I have firsthand knowledge to know that that's how he was in real life too.
Really?
So after learning that,
watching
watching him now, it's not acting. It's just him being himself.
So it's like him being him, and there's like no script. You're just a total prick.
These are the lines we want you to read, but do them the whatever way you want to do it.
So then he goes into asshole mode.
Yeah.
Wow. And you know, I'm sure there's more than one actor or actresses that are out there that are the same way.
Yeah. But this one, because I knew I have firsthand knowledge of, it's just like, after seeing it, it's like, oh my God.
You're a prick.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, so I guess we're on me.
Yep. You're next.
Okay. Matt Dillon, My Bodyguard, where he played the part of Moody.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that film. Yeah.
Because, I mean, anybody who has been in high school, junior high, grammar school, whatever the case may be.
If anybody had to deal with a bully.
Thank you. If anybody had to deal with a bully, if you haven't watched this movie, definitely check it out because Matt Dillon portrays a great asshole.
Yep. Everybody's bully. All rolled up into one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And, you know, he bullied everybody in the classroom and, you know, would pick on everybody and everything. But I don't know. I could relate to that movie because I've been picked on as a kid.
Oh, yeah. Same here.
Yeah. We all have.
Yeah.
I mean, at some point in everybody's life, somebody has been bullied.
Having to deal with bullies nowadays has basically become the American pastime.
Yeah.
Because we encourage it all through grammar school. We encourage it at the high school level. We encourage it at college. We encourage it outside of college. At any sports event, you can find it. We encourage it everywhere, actually. And it's disgusting that it's actually gotten to that point.
Right.
That, you know, we send our kids to school. We hope for the best. Then we actually pay to send them to college, and it's the same thing. It's just bullies, bullies, bullies. And if you're lucky enough, you end up in a dorm where you can get by with friends, things like that.
Or you're getting with a clique. Yeah.
Yes, and you just get by. But bullying has become an American pastime. It really has.
And it's sad to say, it really is.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I had bumped into the bully that had bullied me years ago in high school, if I saw him today, I would punch him right in the snot locker and not think twice about it, man. And I wouldn't care what the consequences was. I would spend a night in jail. I don't care.
I understand. Truthfully, right now, if somebody came up to me, I probably wouldn't recognize them. I really wouldn't. Years ago when I was working.
But that's another thing. We'll get back to that.
Yeah, years ago when I was working at a store, I had lost a lot of weight. Didn't really look like I did in high school, and somebody came in to see me. Well, actually, didn't come in to see me. Came into the store and asked for help. I recognized who it was because it hadn't really been that long from being out of school. Okay.
Right.
So I knew who he was. Didn't want to even let on to who I was or anything. asked me asked me his question. I gave him help, and he left. Now, out of that, not much of an exchange, but I'll tell you, it was the most satisfying thing that I could have ever felt about a bully. For one, he was basically bald, and I had a full head of hair.
That's honestly, Volt, that was my next point. I was going to be like, how many times have you come across a bully or seen a bully that had picked on you at school and they look like stir-fried shit?
Yep.
They're either bald or something's wrong with them, and it's like, yeah, what goes around comes around.
Yep.
How you like me now, bitch?
Yep. All right, I'm next.
Yeah, you're next.
Okay. All right. Okay. My next one is another one from television. Magnum PI, Higgins, which was oh God, I can't remember his name.
The balding guy with the mustache.
John Hillerman.
Yeah, John
Yes.
Hillerman.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think he was a total douche, total asshole. The entire series.
Just to Magnum or everybody else?
Oh, I think he was an asshole to everybody. He was just a douche to Magnum.
Yeah. Okay, so he's on the douche list.
And I can only imagine what he did with those dogs. I mean, the dogs were always nice to him.
All right, next topic. Unless you got some more.
Go ahead.
Okay. Let's see. All right. Malcolm McDowell, A Clockwork Orange.
Okay, yeah.
Alex DeLodge, the high school student, who he actually was probably like, what, 25 when he played that?
Probably, yeah, something like around that.
So he wasn't exactly, high school student, and neither was the cast of Grease, but that's another story for another time. But, yeah, just some of the things that he did. You know, they'd go out, they'd rob people,
Yeah.
they'd smack them around, they'd bang them up, they'd put them in hospitals. And then if his friends didn't agree with what he was doing,
He beat the shit out of him.
he'd kick the crap out of them. Yeah, exactly. But then fate catched up with him.
Which always does.
It always happens, always happens. And then there's that old saying, what goes around comes around. And his came around.
Yeah.
And, but like I said, I mean, he's one of those characters that, yeah, he was an asshole, but at the end, you wanted to see him succeed, and he got his upcomings.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Okay. All right. Now, I have one that I don't know if you would agree with.
Okay.
Jim Kirk from Star Trek.
Well, I know he was a horny...
Movies and TV.
I know he was a horny bastard, but okay, go ahead.
Yeah. I think he was an asshole for the way he treated his crew. Always talking about how I'm responsible for all these lives, these 430 lives that are on my ship. Yet when some of these security men die, they don't talk about them anymore. Well, Tom, you're going to be the security guard on this shift. Oh, do I have to?
Yes! And wasn't it...
And then when Tom dies, we come back up. We don't talk about the fact that Tom just got killed down there. We got to move on to the next part of the mission.
Yeah, they didn't give a funeral in space, nothing like that.
No, nothing at all.
And didn't on every mission somebody get killed?
Just about. I know somebody did a graph at one time that the joke is that you shouldn't wear a red shirt on the Enterprise because chances are you're going to die.
Right.
Okay. Well, somebody did an analysis of the entire series, and it showed that red shirts don't die as much as gold shirts do. Gold shirts actually die more times than red shirts in the series. But if you really want to survive, you wear a blue shirt. Because they die the least.
Wow. Okay. Well,
I just think he's an asshole about the way he treated everybody outside of his little clique.
Yeah. And then he'd go off to other planets and fuck all these aliens.
Yeah, of course.
Scumbag. Yeah,
Well,
that he's an asshole.
Yeah, all right.
All right, let's see.
Come on. You got a list.
Did I say Craig Schaefer?
Yes, you did.
I did. All right. Okay. I didn't check that off for some reason. All right, Ben Affleck.
No, you didn't. You didn't mention him.
Oh,
I
well.
was trying to think for a second, and you didn't.
Thank you for fucking me up. Anyway, Craig Schaefer in the movie Some Kind of Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Hardy Jens, I think his name was. And he was dating the mother from Back to the Future.
Leah Thompson.
That's it.
Yep.
Dating her. And she had a love interest, but, you know, her and Craig were dating. And that was Eric Stoltz.
Yes.
Eric Stoltz, who was kind of the nerd of the high school.
Mm-hmm.
And Eric Stoltz had an interest in her. Leah and Craig were breaking up, and then he asked her out, and it's another one of those bully movies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not going to give too much away, but it was one of those bully movies where, you know, you wanted to see the underdog
Right.
achieve.
Right.
But I mean, he was just such a bully and such a douchebag. And like we both talked about, you and I have both been there. You want to see that kid kick the other kid's ass.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Craig Schaefer
Okay.
from Some Kind of Wonderful. Great movie if you haven't seen it, but yeah, definitely worth a watch.
Okay. All right. Now, I have another one here that I feel strongly about, and it shouldn't be too hard to convince you. Okay.
All right.
Michael Corleone from The Godfather. Al Pacino.
In one or two.
1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Actually, you could throw 3 in there.
Well, I thought he was
Thought he was what?
in the beginning, he was a nice guy.
In what beginning of what movie? The first time you see him...
In The Godfather.
Yes. He's at the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
He brings Kay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Do you actually think he wanted to sit there and talk about his family to her?
No, I know he didn't.
No.
Because he
And
knew
comes
what was
off
going
like
on.
that.
So that makes him a dick?
No, it builds from there.
Well, I mean, yeah, eventually he progressively gets
Dickier.
dickier. Is that a word? It
Is
is
now.
now. But
But I think through all 3 films, he's an asshole.
yeah, but
But you try to convince me no. I mean, if you think you can convince me that he isn't,
no, I mean, obviously, you know, he's involved with some shady shit.
yeah.
But
Okay,
yeah.
let me ask you this.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. Okay. When he goes away to Sicily, okay,
Mhm.
obviously because of what happens, he can't tell Kay. Nobody tells Kay.
Well, that's
Okay.
not something you want to tell your wife.
No. I understand that, but nobody tells Kay. Okay. While he's in Sicily, he gets married. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
That was an
Now-
asshole move, yeah.
Now hold on. We get even better. From there, the wife dies because she died in the car explosion.
Hmm.
Okay. Now he comes home. All right. How long is he home before he even approaches Kay? Now remember, Kay has no idea that he had been married. Has no idea that the wife is dead. She thinks that he's just shown up now. How long was he home before he went to see Kay?
You're the vault.
A year. He was already back a year before he went to see the woman that he loved. And from the sounds of it, she waited for him.
All right, you just bought me. He's an asshole. All right.
All right. Okay, we're going to take a break right here. And we're back. All right. So my next one is Judd Nelson in The Breakfast Club.
Okay, I can totally agree. Another bully movie in the high school.
Well, I don't think he was really a bully. I mean, he had aspects of being a bully.
Yeah, he was more like a punk.
Yeah, but I don't think he was entirely an asshole in the story. I think all that story was just showing you the different aspects of life in high school.
And all the personalities.
And all the personalities.
Right.
And that's all there was to it.
But he did treat Molly Ringwald like shit.
Well, I mean, he also treated
Anthony Michael Hall
like shit.
He didn't fuck with Emilio.
No. But he did eventually.
Eventually.
Yeah.
And he almost got his ass kicked for it.
Right. But after that, he was also you could tell he was also looking for friendship.
True.
Yeah.
So would you really consider that being an asshole, or
Just
the way he came across?
I think it was more of the way he came across.
Right.
And
he was trying to fit in.
Right, but he was also trying to be an asshole because that's what other people expected of him.
Right.
I think the big let me redo that. I think that the biggest
Prick.
In that movie would have been the teacher.
Oh, the principal.
Yeah, Paul Gleason.
Yes.
I think he was more of an asshole, really, when I'm thinking about it now, than Judd Nelson was.
Right.
Because Judd Nelson, like I said, was trying to fit in. He was trying to make friends. He was trying to get on with the day, and Gleason's character just didn't give a shit.
Yeah, and he actually locked him in the closet and challenged him.
Locked him in the closet. He was willing to lock them in the room.
Yeah. Which, I mean, nobody does that.
No, but I also love the fact that it was Nelson's character that turned around and goes, I think that's a violation of fire code. And then just kept, Andy can get up? What if we all wanted to get up? It'd just be anarchy.
Yeah.
So.
But, I mean, that was just Judd Nelson being like a smartass.
Yeah.
I think.
Right, yeah.
But
he was also looking to make friends, gather these people onto his side.
Right. I don't know if I'd necessarily call him an asshole, but he was definitely a rebel and a punk, and just somebody wanted to fit in with society that didn't want them to.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Okay. Your turn.
Okay. Sigourney Weaver.
Okay.
Catherine Parker in the movie Working Girl.
Working Girls with Melanie Griffith.
Yes.
And Harrison Ford.
Yes. Very well done movie, and I'm sure a lot of people out there can relate to this fact that, you do all this work at work, and somebody else will take credit for it.
Oh, yeah. That's a big thing about society now, is that no matter who's doing the work, whoever's at the top gets to take credit for it.
Right. And then the subscum, or whatever the hell they call us people nowadays, it's wrong.
Let's be honest, it's all slave labor.
Pretty much.
The biggest difference between us and the slaves back in the day is that we get health insurance.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, but Sigourney Weaver was definitely a douchebag in that one, and I don't know. I mean, it was a great movie, but it was like you couldn't wait for her to get fired.
Oh, yes.
And, whatever her fate may be.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just like, you know what? You're a bitch. Fuck you. You don't deserve to be where you are.
Right.
And then, you look at Melanie Griffith and you're like, oh, you're so sweet and so cute. And Harrison Ford. And, okay. Enough about that. But, yeah. Sigourney Weaver was a douche or bitch or asshole in that movie.
Okay.
So,
I was going to ask you if you needed a tissue, considering how much you were talking and loving this movie. I figured you needed something.
It was breaking me up inside, but all right.
All right. Well, we're going to stay on track with a female
Bitch.
character that I say that was a bitch. Princess Leia, Carrie Fisher in the first Star Wars.
Okay, and I'm curious because that's Princess Leia, that's Carrie Fisher, but
What are we supposed to hold back now because somebody's dead?
No, nothing like that, nothing
All right.
like that, because I mean, there's been plenty of people who have passed on who have played assholes or played douchebags or bitches, however you want to call it, but why?
Well, look at the way she treated Han and Luke from the very beginning. Aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper? And then when, we're here to rescue you. Yeah, really? We're here with Ben Kenobi. Ben Kenobi, where's he? Yeah, like, we're doing all the hard work.
Right.
We're doing the sweat and tears.
Right.
And you want to see somebody else.
Well, I could see that as being bitchy, but she's a princess. She's supposed to be kind of bitchy.
She's a princess, all right.
Yeah. I'm sure you got another name for her, but we won't go there.
I'm not going to say anything like that. I'm just saying this is the way I look at it.
Okay.
I mean, look at how she treated Chewie when they came out of the trash compactor. Get this walking carpet out of my way.
True.
She didn't care what happened in the trash compactor. She didn't care that she was the reason Luke almost lost his life.
Right, and she didn't care that they walked out of the trash compactor smelling like stir-fried shit. She didn't care.
Well, she didn't care, and she's a princess. She should care.
Right.
Right. So then gets all the way to the ship, and what she say? You came in that. You're braver than I thought.
I mean, that was bitchy.
Yeah.
That was definitely bitchy.
Yeah.
And she had those things glued onto the side of her head. What was those?
Those are Danishes.
Danishes, yes.
Yeah. Cinnamon swirl Danishes.
You ever see Hardware Wars?
Yes.
If anybody hasn't seen Hardware Wars, we're not going to give out any spoilers. Check it out. It's a funny, short feature film, and it's on YouTube. But it's funny, and check it out because the Danishes are definitely involved in that. Okay, is it my turn now?
Yep, your turn.
All right. Clancy Brown,
Okay.
Bad Boys,
Yep.
1983, where he played the part of Viking Lolgref.
Yes.
Yes. Also with Sean Penn,
Yes.
who has been known to be a douche in movies inside and out.
See, but in that movie, he's not.
Who?
Sean Penn.
No.
Right, but I'm making the distinction that he's
Okay.
not an asshole in that film.
No, he's actually the guy that you're rooting for.
Right. Actually, you see, now I wouldn't. I agree that he is an asshole.
Total bully thing.
Right. But I think the bigger asshole in that movie is Elias.
Morales?
Yes.
From La Bamba and
Yeah.
other
But
movies.
I think he's more of an asshole in that film than Clancy Brown.
Yes and no. I mean,
Come on, let's be real. He goes and rapes Sean Penn's girlfriend just to get thrown into jail.
I get that.
Oh, you get that?
No. I'm saying I understand the storyline, but
I understood the storyline too, but that was disgusting.
yeah, it was disgusting.
Ali Sheedy, I believe, was the girlfriend.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was. It was Ellie Sheedy, and also from Breakfast Club fame. But I don't know. It was just. I think Clancy Brown. I mean, and he's played an asshole in more than one movie.
Yes, true.
Pet Sematary 2.
If we're going to talk about trash, let's talk about good trash.
I'm just saying. I'm just picking out movies that he's played being an asshole.
I understand. I understand that.
So I mean, he's been in several movies that he's portrayed the part of an asshole. Another one, Highlander.
Mm-hmm.
Total dick, but he was kind of a cool dick. Because I mean, you were like,
Because he stood out there in a kilt? His dick was cool?
No, hey, I didn't say nothing about the kilt. I didn't say nothing about that.
Well, you said he was cool dick.
No, I said
That's why I was asking about the kilt.
he was cool, but he was a dick. That's what I said.
My God, don't.
Open your ears, jackass.
Wow.
What I'm saying.
Wait, you're getting really offended by this.
No, I'm not.
Are you offended because you like wearing a kilt or something?
No, I'm not. Not that I've ever wore one, but yeah. But Clancy Brown. I mean, even in the Shawshank Redemption,
Yeah.
he played a dick.
Yeah.
It just seems like every role he plays, he's a dick.
Well, I think that part of that is because of his size. He stood so much taller than most actors that he comes across as that bully, or that we need somebody that's really tall but can play a really good asshole. Well, how about Clancy Brown? Here's some of the stuff that he's done, and I think he fits the bill.
I mean, even in Starship Troopers, he was a dick.
Yeah.
But at the end of the movie, he becomes a big hero and everything, which
Mm-hmm.
is cool and everything. But yeah, I definitely have to say Clancy Brown and Bad Boys.
Okay.
1983, not to be confused with the Will Smith and
Martin Lawrence.
Martin Lawrence movie.
Yeah, no, not at all. Way two different things. Okay, I'm next. Okay. This is the only animated character I have on my list. Okay.
Wile E. Coyote?
Oh, Professor Farnsworth from Futurama.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
My best example of him being an asshole
Okay.
is there was an episode where he sent the crew off to deliver a package that was basically supposed to be a suicide mission. He was not expecting them to come back after this. When they do come back, they walk in to him interviewing people as the next crew, because he's telling them, "Well, my last crew died," and then he turns and you hear one of them going, "Ahem." He turns around and goes, "Oh, you made it back." Looks back at the other people and goes, "I'll call you next week," and they shuffle out. Glad to see you back.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
And
But that's not the only time he does crap like that, and he does it throughout the entire series.
right.
But it's just that's the best example that I can come up with of him being a dick.
Well, I got another example from an animated series.
Okay.
Eric Cartman
Oh, jeez.
from South Park.
Yeah.
You can't tell me he wasn't a dick.
No, but I mean, if you really look at it, all of the kids were dicks.
True.
They all were at some form or at one level or another.
But mostly...
Cartman was the top of the heap.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. He was a total asshole. And like every week you wanted to see something bad happen to him. Well, not so much, because you were wondering what's going to come out of his mouth next.
Right, yeah. But that was the same thing with Farnsworth. It's like you never knew what he was going to do next.
Right.
And then when something would come up, it's like, okay, that's the top. You're not going to get it any worse than that. And then the next week, something else would happen. You go, see, didn't think they would be able to top it. Then you get into the next week, and it's like, they did it. They
Right.
actually got something bigger than that.
But I mean, the same thing with South Park. Like, you're always like, okay, what's going to happen next week? And they always try to top it. And sometimes they went over the line,
Yeah.
and they got a little vulgar and a little raunchy.
Yep.
But it was just like, okay, this is... Yeah, Carmen's an asshole. Okay. My next pick, Faye Dunaway, who played...
Wait a second. Faye Dunaway is on your list?
Yeah.
Okay, what movie and what character?
Okay, the movie was Mommy Dearest,
Oh, all right.
and the role was of Joan Crawford.
Right.
And this is based on a real-life true story that Joan Crawford's daughter had written,
Right, called Mommy Dearest.
called Mommy Dearest.
Yep.
But I
Okay.
mean, oh my God.
Oh yeah, you couldn't top that. And Faye Dunaway in that role, I don't think you could have gotten anybody else in that role and got the same reaction out of an actress.
Right. And, and she portrayed her and she looked like her. But I mean, do you think that she won an award? Did she win an award for that?
I don't think so.
She should have.
She should have.
But I mean, like, you wanted to see her daughter,
Mm-hmm.
who was going through all this torment,
Right.
who all this torture, you wanted to see her kick the shit out of her mother.
Oh yeah.
And it never happened.
Yeah. No, it never happened.
And it was just like, okay, yes, mommy dearest. Yes, mommy dearest. Yes, mommy dearest. I mean, it sounded like Laka. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I'm gonna go get a wire hanger. How's that? You've got me in the mood now.
Oh,
I'm gonna go get a wire hanger.
Yeah, baby. But I mean, like I said, I mean, an incredible performance, but I mean, she was just such an asshole in
Yep.
that. And then you're watching the movie and you're like, you're thinking in the back of your head, did Joan Crawford really do all this? Or was her daughter just trying to make a name?
Well, you
Or
know,
a buck.
you've got to take it like everything else. You've got to take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
You know, she's looking back through the years, probably after therapy. You know, at the time, there was some of the biggest stuff was hypnotherapist.
Yeah.
You know, so you don't know if some of these things were real
Or just dreams.
or dreams. So,
But I mean, you look at the real life hatred that Joan
Yeah.
Crawford had with
Betty Davis.
Betty Davis.
Yeah.
And then they made that movie together.
Yeah, which leads me to think that some of what was said about a feud may not have been real. Because if you were having a feud so badly with somebody,
Right.
you would not make a movie with them.
Right. I mean, I don't like working with you right now, but, you know, we're pulling it off.
Yeah, true, but you know, that's because I'm such a lovable guy.
And I'm a perfectionist.
Well, you are a perfectionist, but that's neither here nor there, and that's probably why you got fired from your last job.
Oh, that's nice.
Hey, if you're going to bring something up, I'll bring something to the table.
We're talking about assholes. So anyway, your turn.
Oh, my turn. Well, let's go with... this is a movie that I know you like,
Okay.
all right? Death Trap.
Awesome movie.
Okay, Michael Caine as Sidney Brule.
Michael Caine. Like,
I think I don't want to say that Michael Caine is the same kind of an asshole as Christopher Reeve is in that movie. I think they both are.
Oh,
But
they both are.
Yes, but Michael Caine takes it to the next level.
right.
You know, when he turns on his wife, kills her off. Then he turns on his gay lover. And it's like, whoa, wait a minute, what's going on?
But the thing about that movie is everybody's backstabbing everybody.
Right.
And you're like, okay, who's the bigger asshole?
Right, but I think
You know what I'm saying,
But
right?
I think Kane is. I think Kane is a bigger asshole than Reeves.
Well,
And
I
the
think
thing is that
Reeves is an asshole too.
Yes, but in the end, after everything, and in the end, neither one of them win.
No.
So I mean, that's great.
That is a great movie. That is
Yeah.
a great movie, and I think it's a very underrated movie because I don't know like if a lot of people saw it.
I think at the time a lot of people saw it, but it sort of slipped through the cracks
Right.
of things that people will watch now.
Like I mean, you bring up the movie like the title Death Trap,
Yeah.
and a lot of people are like, oh, what's that?
Well, also you're going to have people that sit there and go, I think I remember that film, but I don't. I think I remember it, but I don't really.
Right.
You know, it's that point. It's like, well, gee, it's so long that you don't remember. Do you want to watch that tonight?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, and in case you guys haven't seen the movie Death Trap, awesome movie, and yeah, there's a lot of assholes in that. All right.
All right, you're next.
Okay. Jack Nicholson in A Few Good Men. Colonel Nathan R. Jessup.
Okay.
What do you got to say about it?
Nicholson's good at playing assholes.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. I think
he's pretty much got it down pat.
I think he was on the list more than once. But yeah, just the way he came across. I mean, almost like in Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
You know, this the same kind of a character.
Oh yeah.
You know, military based, and you know they have to be all tough and all hard ass and
Yeah.
everything. But you know, I mean, but there is a part of you that is a human being, and you don't have to be a prick 24/7.
No, but he still was in a position of authority.
Right.
So he had to keep the respect of the men underneath him.
Right.
So, the only thing you can do in a case like that is to keep pushing.
Right.
And that's what he was doing.
Right.
In his mind. He wasn't being an asshole. He was just pushing the men below him to be as perfectionist as possible.
Right. I mean, and I get that, but there's points in life, where there's bullying and then there's going beyond the bullying.
Right.
And I think he went beyond the bullying
Yeah.
in that movie.
Yeah.
And
But his rank applied that, because you could bully if you were around the same rank.
right.
But because he was a colonel, he couldn't.
Right.
So it becomes something else.
Right. But I mean, just his portrayal of the character. I mean, there was parts of it, and you were like, oh, he might be a nice guy, but then there's other parts you're like, oh no, he's a total fucking prick.
Oh yeah, and I mean, it all comes to a head obviously when you get to the courtroom.
Right.
It all blows up there, and it actually blows up in his face.
Exactly.
Because he's being exactly what he's supposed to be through the entire film. You see it all come to a head there, and at that point he's I'm done with this. I'm leaving. And that's when the judge says, "I'm sorry, you can't."
Right. And he was also being prosecuted by another prick that we mentioned in this movie, Tom Cruise.
Yes, another Tom Cruise movie.
Yeah, but he wasn't the prick this time. Or asshole.
I don't know. I don't know if he was a full-blown asshole.
He was kind of dickish.
Yes.
Is that
Yes.
a word?
Yes.
Is that a word?
Yes, it is now.
It is now.
Okay,
right.
my turn?
Your turn, my friend.
Okay. I've got Alec Baldwin
Okay.
as Blake in Glengarry Glen Ross. This is the movie where I believe it's an insurance company that they work for. I don't remember exactly.
I think so.
But this is the movie where he walks in, takes command of the entire scene, and basically says, this is what's got to be done. You've got to give me 6 new policies by the end of today, or you're fired. You either get the 6 or you're fired. Well, what if we get 5? No, it's 6. 6 or fired. And if you get the 6, you keep your job in this nice set of steak knives.
Steak knives.
Yeah, that's it. You keep your job, but you keep your job. And you get the steak knives.
So you don't get like a gold watch or anything?
No, just steak knives.
Oh, wow. Shit.
And your job.
Ginzus?
And your job. Not Ginzus. That'd
No.
be too much money.
Oh, Jesus. Well. Shit, what do you do?
The thing is the rest of the cast is great. They're all big names, but out of all of them, the best of the cast is Jack Lemmon.
Okay.
Outstanding.
So, one of those on your top watch lists of assholes?
What, Glengarry Glen Ross?
Oh, all right. I misunderstood you there for a second.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so we're on me.
Yep.
All right. Now this one I know you got to agree with.
Okay.
Kevin Bacon in Sleepers.
Oh yeah.
The guard Sean Noakes.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Outstanding. It definitely. I don't disagree with you in that at all.
I mean, an incredible performance, although it was a total asshole performance. I mean, it was so well done. I mean, and Kevin Bacon's played an asshole in many, many movies.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, I think, takes the cake.
Yep.
I mean, he was just such a dick. And you couldn't wait for, payback.
Right, yeah.
Because
exactly.
payback is a bitch.
Yep.
And in case anybody hasn't seen the movie Sleepers, Kevin Bacon plays a security guard at a prison for boys that have committed crimes, and mistreats them, shall we say, in one way or another. But later on in life, it catches up with them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of those revenge is so sweet
Yeah, it's a
movies.
karma movie.
Yeah, it's definitely a karma movie. But yeah, I gotta say Kevin Bacon in Sleepers. And you can also say Kevin Bacon in The River Wild.
Yeah,
He was a douchebag in that.
yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
All right. So my next one is I'll do the two out of the same movie franchise.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll give you the one that I know that you're going to agree with.
All right.
Okay. Kylo Ren from A Force Awakens.
Oh, good.
Okay. I think he's a dick from page one.
And honestly, in the movie, I think he fucking sucks. Just saying.
Okay. No.
Just saying.
Hey. No. I understand you don't like it. And
No, he's a Darth Vader ripoff. He fucking blows ass.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's just my opinion.
No, I understand that. That's your opinion.
Okay.
But I mean, what? Go
No,
ahead.
I'm just venting. Okay. Go ahead. Get.
My thing is that from the very beginning, all you're right. All it is a Darth Vader ripoff.
Yeah.
Okay. I think they
and if I may interject.
Yeah.
His mask sucks.
Yeah. I think they revealed who he was way too early.
Way too early.
I think it would have even been better if you didn't know who it was until the next movie, and then at that point, from the first movie, you did not know who killed Han Solo.
Thank you.
That would have been great.
You should write for Lucas
Well-
or Disney.
Well, we all know that that's not going to happen anytime soon.
Well, you never know.
Well, considering we just heard that they bought Hulu, Disney.
Oh yeah, we got no chance.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But I just think that he comes off as a total prick the entire time.
Yeah.
Through, two movies now.
Mhm.
The third coming, but I think it's going to be the same character all the way through.
Now, do you think he's going to get killed off in the third movie?
No, I think he's honestly going to be the Skywalker Rising,
Oh.
but he's still going to be an asshole.
Oh.
All right, so you're next.
Where the hell was I? Okay. Robert De Niro
Okay.
playing the part of Jake LaMotta.
Oh, Raging Bull.
Raging Bull, yes, sir.
Yes.
Obviously, this is based on the real life of Jake LaMotta,
Right.
but supposedly he written the screenplay and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, did he really want all that portrayed on the movie screen?
Well, the thing was he probably didn't expect them to do as real life as possible, because if I'm not mistaken, Raging Bull was done after Rocky had come out.
yeah.
Okay,
It was a few years
after that. But Rocky sort of glamorized the boxing.
Right.
So he was probably hoping that I write down everything, they're just going to gloss it over and do all the gooder things. But he didn't realize that Scorsese was going to have his hands on the script.
Which might have been a mistake on both parts, because, I mean...
I don't think it was a mistake. I love the film.
No, I mean...
really do.
Don't get me wrong, it was a great movie. But he just came across as like, how can you live with this asshole?
Mm-hmm.
You know, because he fucked with his wife, fucked with his brother, you know, and anybody that got out of line with him or looked at him the wrong way, he'd beat the shit out of him.
Right, but these are the things that he probably figured they would just gloss over.
So what? We're just. I mean, you can't call a movie Raging Bull without just having nice
Was that
little.
the name of was that his name? Or was that a name that they came up with after they bought the script?
I don't know.
See, that's the thing. It may have been called, for him, it may have been called something else.
Fuzzy Bunny.
It could have been.
You never
it could
know.
have been Rocky 3.
Yeah. But I mean, all in all, a great movie. But like, just De Niro's performance in that, it was like, wow. And he's playing the part of a real, true life character.
Right. Yes.
And you're like, wow, did this fucking guy really exist? I mean, he's kind of a dick.
Yeah. You start questioning whether or not you're told that this is based on a real story. It's like, really?
Yeah, you're like,
Really?
is this fiction?
Yeah. Could this somebody be this far gone?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. It's the same thing with most movies that are labeled as based on a true story or loosely based or whatever they want to call it. But
I hate when they do the shit.
Yeah,
like that.
it nothing. Everybody takes it to heart, and it's like, well, I don't think any of that really happened.
No, I don't either. But you
All
never
right.
know.
Okay, my. Let me see here. All right, since my last one is going to be a real doozy, why don't you go for another one here?
Oh, I can't wait to hear this one.
All right.
All right. Kiefer Sutherland,
Okay.
Stand By Me,
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
where he played the part of Ace.
Yes.
And that's once again based on bullies.
Yes.
And
Once again, based on real life.
yeah, based on real life, based on bullies, based on bullshit, based on people you want to kick the fucking ever living shit out of them for fucking with you. But it was just such an asshole in that.
Yep. Not going to find an argument here.
No.
I agree with you.
And every time he met up with kids that were like what, 5 or 6 years younger than him.
But that was the idea then of bullies in the 50s.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
but you got to remember this is a story that's loosely based on real life. Okay.
it hits pretty damn close to
Right,
home.
Right. But you've got to, where King was writing this story, he's going to write it so you believe the story 100%. Now, his exposure to what bullies there were, it was when he was younger. So it was when it was in the 50s.
Right.
So of course he's going to just give you exactly what it was like with those kind of bullies.
Right. But I mean, that was all back when the greasers and the preps and whatnot.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I mean,
It was Grease, West Side Story, Happy Days, all rolled up into one.
yeah. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's just his character was just like such an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
But you actually thought that he could actually, he was going to kill these kids.
Oh yeah. Oh, most definitely.
And it was like, whoa. And especially the last scene of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not the
Not
exact,
the last one, but
but at the train tracks,
yes.
you were like, okay, what's going to happen here? And I mean, he was just such a dick in that.
Well, I mean that's basically all you've really got.
No, he was a total dick.
Yeah. All right. My next one is again from Star Wars, and I
Okay.
know you're going to fight me on this one.
All right.
All right. Obi-Wan Kenobi, played by the great Alec Guinness. You want to hear my reasoning?
Why, Vault? Why?
Okay. My one line that proves that he was a dick.
Because of one line?
No. Because of one line. Because this one line carries the entire franchise.
Okay.
Okay? You lied to me. I didn't lie to you. I told you a certain truth from a different point of view. which means he lied all through the entire series.
Yeah, but that was in revenge.
Yeah.
Not revenge.
So you
return.
Return. But you got to wait all the way through there. You got to go through 3 films in order to find out that he's been dicking you around. Not only dicking Luke around, but he's been dicking the audience around. Because up until Empire, we all think that Darth Vader killed Luke's father.
No, I get that, but you know.
But no. Wait a second. I'm gonna do my Curly impression.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So, from the very beginning, he's lying to Luke.
Maybe he's trying to protect him.
From what?
From Vader.
Then he should have tried to keep him at home.
Oh,
And no, instead he takes him out into the wild blue yonder to finally let's go after the Empire.
Go fuck with your father.
Just no way.
Okay, all right. No, I'm seeing your point. Continue.
I just think the whole thing is a joke, and it takes 3 films to get to the point of, well, I've been lying to you. I've been lying to all of you from the very beginning.
Yeah, but isn't it up to the audience to make that decision?
I am part of the audience.
No. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you.
Okay.
I'm just talking about, shouldn't they be like, oh, why? Why did that happen? And, try to figure it out for themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true, fine. But we're
Yeah.
talking about people that are being assholes, and I think he was an asshole
Yeah,
from the
he
very
was
beginning.
an asshole. Okay, he was a dick. You happy?
I just don't, and, why... Luke's probably supposed to be in his 20s, so why lie to the kid? Why lie to him? Just tell him the truth.
Well,
He was hoping that Luke would believe him about the Force.
well, but his aunt and uncle just had passed away, so maybe he was trying to be a nice guy.
They hadn't died yet when he started lying to Luke.
Maybe he knew they were going to die.
Oh my God! Now that he's clairvoyant, if that's the case, he should have warned Luke about losing his hand.
Well, shouldn't he have known this shit? He knows the Force, right?
I'm just saying.
Yoda should have been around.
Yeah, that's right. But later on he was, and he didn't even say anything. Huh? How about that?
Oh, yeah.
And lied to Luke, making Luke believe that he was the only one that could do this.
So you know what? Yoda's an asshole too.
There you go. He's a little slimy thing.
Fucking prick.
Yeah, there you go. So, all right. So now it's up to you. You should have one more.
All right. My last one. I don't know if it's going to beat that last one, because that was pretty good. Because Yoda is a prick.
Okay.
But Val Kilmer, Top Gun,
Oh, and Top Gun.
Iceman,
Okay.
total prick.
Could I ask a question? I'm not taking anything away from Val Kilmer.
You don't have to raise your hand. I'm
I
right
wa-
here.
I want to ask a question.
Okay.
Okay. This is your 3rd Tom Cruise movie.
Do I think Tom Cruise is a prick?
No. I want to ask you why he didn't make the list.
Who, Tom Cruise?
Tom Cruise.
Didn't he?
No. We talked about Tom Cruise movies.
Are you sure Tom Cruise isn't making a movie?
I don't believe he made the list. I don't believe so. I know we talked about him, but we talked about him in a round sort of way because we were talking about other movies.
No. Let me correct you. My
Okay.
first pick was Tom Cruise. I think it was the first pick. It was Rain Man. He was in Rain Man.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Uh-huh. And your next question was?
My next question is why Val Kilmer is the asshole and not Tom Cruise?
Because Val Kilmer was a prick in this movie.
But so was Tom Cruise. which I think.
Kind of, sorta.
No.
Oh, all right.
I think no. I'm telling you right now.
I want to hear your input.
I think Tom Cruise was a bigger asshole in Top Gun than Val Kilmer.
What?
Yes.
Get the fuck out of
No.
here. How?
It's my apartment. I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right, but hey, I mean, I'll walk out the door, but what happened?
What?
Yeah.
I just think Tom Cruise was a bigger asshole in Top Gun.
Okay, explain why.
Explain why?
Because Goose died and he didn't give a shit?
Well, that's part of it.
Go ahead.
Oh my God! All he is concerned about, the entire thing, was
getting
about
laid.
his career.
Well, yeah, but weren't they all?
They were, but I'm just saying he was a bigger prick than Val Kilmer.
I don't know about that.
Well, why do you think Val Kilmer was a bigger prick?
Just his actions in the movies.
Yeah.
I mean,
His
maybe movie.
Yeah.
Did I say movies?
Yeah, and I was going to say I don't think he's going to be in the sequel that they're working on.
Are they working on a sequel?
Yes.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Is Tom Cruise going to be in it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he's going to be one of the trainers.
Is the original crew going to be in, or
I
just
have
him?
no idea. That's why I'm saying I don't know if Val Kilmer is going to be in it.
Well, that's news to me. But back to the bullying thing.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It's bullying things on a different level. It's bullying things on a different level. I mean, you're more mature, you're more grown up.
Yep. Exactly what we were talking about before.
Yeah. It's the same shit. But, I mean, okay, maybe we should have called this show The Bully Show.
Yeah, it's amazing how many movies we picked out
That were bullies.
Yeah, that were bully oriented. Yeah.
I mean, whether it be like, high school, adolescence, adulthood, but I mean, I just thought he came across as a prick, but then at the end, like I said, you tend to like him because they shake hands and everything, and everything's fine and everything.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just thought that was kind of a douchey character.
Okay. All right.
Got anything else?
Yep, I've got one last one.
All right, here we go.
Okay. Now this one is more of a group thing.
Like sex?
No.
Okay, good.
Okay. This is, so I'm going to paint you the picture. You're on the bridge of a starship. Okay? And the entire bridge crew are assholes. We're talking about Spaceballs.
Oh my god. Mel Brooks.
Yep. When he turns around and goes, who else here is an asshole? And every single person raises their hand. And Moranis turns around and goes, oh, I'm surrounded by assholes. You can't get any better than that.
But do you think that certifies them in the category of being assholes?
Because they are.
Because one person raised their hand?
No, they all raised their hand.
Okay.
There's 30 of them.
Yeah, well, they were getting paid.
Oh my God. You wanted to know who were assholes. I'm telling you, this entire bridge crew, by their own admission,
I'm not missing the point. I'm not missing the point.
What are you arguing it for?
No, because it's just... But were they really pricks? Were they really dicks? Were they really assholes? Were they really douchebags?
Most of them were.
They just raised their hands.
Most of them that had lines were.
What, combing the beach with a big ass comb?
They weren't on the beach. They weren't on the bridge.
They were on the beach.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we got that straight. Thank God.
All right. I think that's about covers it all.
Yeah, I think we're done for tonight. Well,
all right.
That was interesting. Well, you've been listening to the MMO Radio Podcast Show, the Markout Radio, and I'm your host, Popcorn Pete. Well, not your host, but your buddy, Popcorn Pete, along with my partner in crime,
Vinnie the Vault.
And we will see you soon again